Okay everyone, let's move on to the next part in piping in mechanical settings window, which is angle. Using this item, you would be able to adjust the angles that you have when you are setting the fittings. When we click on it, a window would open in the right side and it contains two parameters. Now, first parameter says use any angle. When we activate this item, this option, Revit would automatically create and adjust the angles that you might need for the pipes. However, this depends on whether the software supports that angle or not. Now, as an example, I'm going to go ahead and select this pipe. Then up here, click on Create Similar. Then I'm going to deactivate the slope and then start drawing a pipe. Now I can basically use any kind of angle that I want to here all the way to this point. So you can actually see the symbol as well. It doesn't support these kinds of angles. But if I move the crosshair on this course, as you can see, I can set any kind of angle that I want to, and I won't be facing any kind of problem or limitations. Okay, now let's reopen MS window. If you remember, we said we had two parameters, right? Let's see what is the second parameter. But before we start talking about this item, this parameter, you should be aware that we are able to transfer the angle settings from one project, from one open project to another one, or to our current project. And as you know, to do so, we can use transfer project standard. Now, to talk about our parameter, from Architecture tab, I'm going to select Model Line. And then I'm going to go ahead and draw some lines, some schematic lines with some hypothetical angles. For example, something like this. Okay, I'm going to select everything, get a copy of the whole thing, and move it down and set it here. Okay, as you can see, these elements have an opaque or a translucent color to them. This is because we are working on a mechanical discipline. And if you couldn't select them, it means that this option down here, select underlay elements, is deactivated. So make sure that this option is activated. Okay, moving on. From system, I'm going to select pipe. What else? Slope off. We don't need any slopes here. The elevation is not important as well. And now start drawing the pipes in the same line as before. See? Exactly on the lines. Now type down MS again. Now I'm going to activate use specific angle, our second parameter. When we activate this option, we are in fact limiting ourselves to a specific angle. And as a result, we might not be able to get angles completely identical to the path that we have set before. Now, below our parameter, we would see this window, or this table, whatever you want to call it. And through this window, we can actually specify the angles that we need. For example, I'm going to deactivate 60 and 30 degrees. I'm just doing this to make the angle difference that we're going to get more visible. Otherwise, you can actually, for example, select all the angles. Activate all the angles, or, maybe even just one of them. But as I said, just for the sake of our example, I'm going to deactivate only these two angles. Now we can select pipe and start drawing the pipes just like before. Now what is happening here is that it'll automatically start setting the pipes based on the angles that we have specified or that we have activated in our MS window before. Okay, now let's activate these two angles as well. Then let's get another copy of our path. And remember, again, all the angles are now activated. So from system, reactivate pipe or reselect pipe and start drawing the pipes again. All right, now if we were to compare the angles that we have in both models, we can see that here, for example, we have a 90-degree angle, but in here, this is not the case. And we can detect other angle differences as well. Alright, so this was angle or angle settings in pipes in MS window. I'm going to set this back on, use any angle.